Hello, good morning. I apparently I didn't have a starting soon screen up this morning, which is fun. And of course, at the same time, I go live ad start. Hey, yes, it's Sue. How are you doing today? All right, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitch, we have ads running, of course, and I think we're good to go. So, a good start to the stream, right? All okay today? Hey, that's pretty good. So in yesterday, our stream ended with a really fun emergency where the internet just shut off for some reason. It wasn't electricity didn't go out, just internet decided to just stop working. So a good old router reset or reboot fixed it, brought us back up and running. But by that time, funny mic again. Okay, hold on. Let me. I okay, the cable fell right next to the power again. Let me fix that. All right. That should be a lot better. Hey, Stacking. How are you doing today? I know a short chair stream. Things are going super well today. Is I guess the ads are done, so I can turn that off. We should automate that. I know that there's a way. We saw that there's an event that we can do. So maybe one of the next projects we'll do is something about that. Oh, the chair had a human in it. Yeah, sorry about that. Mike, wait, Mike again. I have So I'm gonna try switching out the USB cable because that is. I'm using the original one that came with the Focusrite, and it's really, 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 really short. And unfortunately, the USB is on the right other side of the power supply, and so the cable for the power is just right there, which kind of sucks. I need to find. I don't know if any of these are long enough. Like these are about the same size. All right, let me try uh, plugging into the front because then I don't wire across any. At least I don't wire across the back of things. That's gonna be better. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, you said you were wrong. The chair has a robot on it. Yeah, yeah. That's it. You're discovering the secret lore of the universe. All right, let's see if this is any better. Am I am I human looking again or sounding again? That's the important part. So the unintentional emergency stream shutdown yesterday was actually the robot overlords taking over. Look, you can't prove anything. The internet went out, and as we all know, all of us humans, we tend to just completely shut down and stop working whenever the internet fails. I mean, that happens to all of you, right? You just, everything goes black and dark, and then the internet comes back up, and then you're just, it's almost as if no time passed. Or the emergency shutdown was power cells running out and a switch got triggered, so we didn't figure out the. Well, yeah, I need to get one of those really nice generators that do the wavelength transfer, so we can just like transfer over without any problems. I mean, that would be fun. Okay, audio should be a lot better now. I plugged into the front of the computer, so it's not. It is touching the USB, but just the case of the USB, the front of the USB, because apparently I don't have a long enough USB-C to A cable in order to run this. I need a. I probably need to just buy longer USB-C to A cable for Focusrite. Okay, so yesterday we actually got a decent amount done in the time that we had before the internet went out and everything crashed down and didn't work anymore. So what have we got going right now? So I was in the middle of updating Explosion, but I have no idea. Asitsu, you were there. I can't remember. Stacking, you were there too. What was the last thing that you remember? Because I haven't actually looked at the video to see. Well, actually, I haven't looked at the stream to VOD to see when everything just sort of turned off. But I was recording locally too, so everything that I have after that still works. So in the VOD video, I will deal with that. Before I added the stroke to query. Okay. So we had, see, so if I remove the query with stroke, we remove you, and then, okay, so this is what we had previously. We have a gigantic explosion. There we go. So whenever we hit an asteroid, there's a gigantic explosion, which is, lots of fun, right? It's a little bit too much though, and if you hit too often, then I'm going to have a warning for anybody who might have any kind of seizures or epilepsy. So let's get rid of that before that happens. And we figured that stroke. Okay, so we figured out that we can add stroke in here because when we create the explosion, we create this shape here, but it doesn't have stroke. Stroke actually is a separate component. So we can actually change the stroke dynamically in a system. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to add in the stroke, which means we need to actually query for the stroke. You actually need to be mutable so we can update you. We get that. Explosion query. Okay, so then we can just do stroke. I think it's 0. Minus. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's .1. Stroke .1. Because it's the line width that I care. I don't care about changing the color, although we could do that. You like the effect, but it might be annoying. Yeah, I think let's experiment with one thing at a time. So like let's remove something like 0.01 from the stroke every frame while this exists. What are you upset about? No field. Available field are options and color. Oh, options? Oh, because it's a new. I totally mistake. For some reason, I thought it was like stroke, and then okay, never mind. Options. Is that a set, or is that just a get? Oh, this is the actual. These are actual fields. Okay, so I want line width. Okay, so line width minus equals that. All right, that is public. I can do that. So now it should, the thickness of the explosion should shrink down as it goes out forever. Sort of like a ripple, except I don't know how to do that in. I believe like if I want to do ripples or something like that, I would need a oh, what is that? What is that called when you have a shader? That didn't feel like it reduces down as much as I want it to. Maybe it needs to go faster. What do we started at? We started at 5. So if I reduce it by 0.1 every single frame, that should be pretty fast. Okay, I think I actually see it. Oh, it's reducing down forever and then it becomes negative, and then the negative causes weirdness to happen. Okay, so that's not great. So what are other things that we can do with this? I I think that we should set it to be okay, so a maximum of 0. So then we can just say like how about this? If stroke dot options dot line width is greater than 0, then actually, you know what? How about this? We'll just subtract it, and then I will stroke dot options. There's a way to isn't there a way to set it to like a, what is it called? Clamp it. Restrict a value to a certain interval unless it is nan. Oh, which then returns a thing. Okay, so then I think I can do, no, not that easy. Okay. This returns a number, right? So I have to do stroke dot options line width equals stroke dot options line width dot clamp. Okay, so 0 dot is the minimum, and let's say 5 dot is the max. I don't really care about the max because we're only going down on this, so it can't go negative anymore. Okay, so that's good. Is there a way for me to make it fade out too a little bit? I want to set the alpha. I want to reduce the alpha on it, which is the color, right? So that would be the stroke color. Stroke dot color dot let's see. returns this color with a new alpha value. Okay. But I don't know what the alpha is. I need to know what the alpha is first. I not seen a set. Wait. No, this just this get alpha. Okay, so I can get the alpha. I can get the alpha like this, and then I can say stroke.color is equal to, right? Stroke.color with alpha minus like 0.1. So it fades at the same rate that it increases, that it starts going down. I think that would work. Again, I need to do something like an if statement or something like that. Scott, hello. How are you doing today? So if alpha is less than or equal to 0.1, we're not going to do this. So really, I want you to be greater than. Kato is upstairs, hanging out with the wife. So, maybe later, he'll be more interested in coming down and hanging out with us. I can go grab some food later and see if I can bribe him to come and hang out with us. I kind of like this a little bit more than what we did before, where I just... Oh, you know what I could do? I could just take this. Minus 0.1. Do that. And then clamp it to 0 dot and like, I don't know, 100 dot. I don't know if it's 0.1 or... Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the maximum number is. I probably should look it up, but whatever. We're only going down with it. So in that case, I don't need you anymore. I just say stroke color with a, and then the new alpha. Like that. And I could absolutely do the same thing here. Where we grab, see, stroke options, line width. Okay, slash actually do let line width equals dot options line width minus 0.1 clamp 0 dot and 5 dot. Okay, so then I just set you to be the new line width. Okay, I like that a little bit more. Okay, so if we run this, it should fade away and get a little bit thinner as it's expanding. And we'll have to play with the feeling of it to see how it, well, feels. Oh, you're doing better. You fixed your laptop. Excellent. Well, that's always good to hear. That explosion disappears really fast. It actually looks really good, but it's a little bit too fast. Let's see. What do I want to do? I want to scale at a little bit slower. So like maybe 1.05. I want to increase a little bit slower. So 1.05. And then I wanted to go with the alpha. These all happen to be the same, but I'm not sure I want to keep them the same. So I'm not going to do a variable for them. They're going to stay as magic numbers for right now. One thing that's interesting, the asteroids are sort of appearing right where I am on the same frame before switching over. So I wonder what I can do about that. I mean, so it looks pretty good. I Can you see that? Like, does it actually look good? I wonder if I should I have a different color? The black and white is actually kind of nice. I don't have anything else that sort of like is a distraction. So let's make it scale. I want to fade it out even slower than what it is. Let's add another 0 to that. And try that again. Okay, so another 0 is a little bit too much still. So let's see. Add like 105, 101. Okay, a little bit faster than that. So 101. How about like 103? Halfway. Okay, that's feeling pretty good. What do y'all think about the explosions? I need to tweak the stroke. Okay. Probably make it go down so it shrinks a little bit quicker. Okay. Line width. Let's go down by 0.8. All right. What do you think about this? I could imagine even going a little bit faster shrinking of the stroke. Okay, so we had 0.1 before, and I think that was actually not fast enough. So let's try 0. Wait, 0.1 too fast? I can't remember anymore. Let's try that. Yeah, I feel that maybe even faster. What do you all think about this? It's hard for me to tell because they actually do look pretty good. All right. So seems pretty good, which means that we have lots of explosions. We can have lots of explosions happening, both to the ship and to the asteroids. And yeah, like we have the explosion happen. So we can mark that as done. Awesome. Okay, so no warnings. Let's go ahead and commit this. So what did I do here? We added a simple graphic for explode or animation for explosions. Okay, so with that being done, what else do we want to implement? Oh, you mean remove it? Yeah, we do. Let's add that in here. Remove the explosions so we don't fill up memory if we play a long time. Okay, I suppose, and I even have this thing for remove explosions. All right, so what we can do is we can check to see if the alpha is at 0 because it's been clamped to 0. Then we can go ahead and remove it. So what are we going to do there? We're going to say this is going to be we have our explosion query. I just need the stroke. So, and then I need the entity. And it is going to be with explosion. And then I also need the commands. And I think that's going to be it. All right, so I guess let's find all of the let's get all the explosions. So for explosion and explosion query, we're going to have the stroke and entity. I want to get the alpha. I think that was it, right? Get the alpha. Okay, so we get you. If the alpha is greater than 0, we're going to let it continue, right? So I can't do something like that. Not greater than that's less than, right? So if this is less than or equal to 0, just in case I somehow got it to be negative. Then we're going to commands entity despawn. Okay, so that will automatically then remove it and it is gone. So I don't know if there's a good way for me to see. Like I guess we can count this, right? I can also have debug explosion query iter count just to see how many there are. So we have 0. Create an explosion, we have 1, and then 0. Okay, so that is now successfully removing our explosions. Yeah, even I can get the count up to like 3 or so, but they time out pretty quickly. I'm kind of shocked I survived this long too. All right, so that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and close you off. We'll remove this debug. All right, so now we've removed the explosions. So close to winning. Yeah, there's no winning, I guess. Like if there's no more asteroids, the game just sort of you're soft locked. You're soft locked no matter what you do in this game. Okay, so that being said, what have we done? We have removing explosions from memory after they are done. Okay, cool. Are we winning yet, son? I mean, I haven't made a way to win. So yes, totally. All right. So what should we do? Should we have some kind of winning state? Should we figure something out about that? Or should we? Let's see. I can see us implementing a like start screen. Or really, this would be like what? Screens. So we'd have start playing game over. I guess next level. And game over. Instead of next level, I might do that as something like about to start, starting, about to play. So that entire thing of like, okay, we're starting, you about to play the countdown or something to show like, okay, here's what's going to happen, and then everything starts playing, and then you die, and then it's game over. Otherwise, you switch back and forth between playing and about to play. So about to play might not be the right way to say it either. It's something like the new level is about to start. So like new level start, something like that, where it's like the countdown of like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and then we start playing. So there's that. Like get ready, yeah. That might be a good way to put it. Get ready. And so playing, so basically we start at start, then you go to get ready, then you go to playing, and then theoretically you beat the one asteroid, so you go back to get ready, playing again, and you go back to these two until you die, and then it's game over. And then game over can go back to start again. And then the next thing would be score. So I want to track score. Okay, we want to track score in a what is it called? It's not a system, it's a resource. So track score in a resource, display score on screen. And then we can also potentially have a high score. Have a high score on screen. So track high score. and display high score. Okay. I think after this the game is pretty much done. I don't necessarily want to save, like we could potentially implement like a save the high score to disk or something. Shields might be good to add. Look, if we aren't good enough to, if we need shields, then we're not good enough to play, right? That's the problem, right? Is that we need to figure out. I guess, like, okay, so there is no shields in the original Asteroids, right? What did they have? They had a teleport. Oh, they had a teleport. So we can um teleport ship, but that could kill you because it could just put you right in the middle of an asteroid. And let's see what else. Oh, we could potentially do a UFO, something like that. All right, what should we start on? Screens or score? I can see either of them being fun to work with. It might be good to do screens because I'm not sure how much that is going to change the architecture of everything, because we might need to do something like that. Screens, okay. So let's let's figure out how to even do a screen. There was, okay. See, I don't want split screen. Okay, they have a UI. Okay, they do have this states. That's probably what I want to do. Yeah, a menu screen or a loading screen. In every state, you can have different systems running. You can also set up and clean up systems to run when entering or exiting a state. Nice. Sounds like exactly what we want to do. To use states first define an enum type, you need to derive states plus an assortment of required standard Rust traits. Okay. Oh, so wait. My game would. Do I want one? I want just one state, right? I probably just want one state. This is going to be Elm style. I've never programmed in Elm, so I don't know. Maybe. I'm guessing it's something like this, right? Oh no, because I can imagine that we have playing is then two states, right? That's the getting ready state, like getting ready to start state, and then playing. Whereas, and then we have like a loading screen. We have something like this, where you have loading screen in game, and maybe like game over. So we probably need two states. All right, let me move that over there so I can watch it. We're gonna want. Oh, Elm style is the old school U before functional components. Ah, okay. I bet it is. All right, so we're gonna have a pub enum. All right, let's do a let's do an app game state, and we're gonna have, I guess, like starting screen, playing, and game over. Really, I think I can get rid of the screens part. We'll just do starting, playing, game over. And we're going to derive states debug clone partial equal. Oh, and equal. And hash. Okay, that is a lot. So then we're going to have another one. And this will be plain state. And so we'll be get ready, plain. So it could just be those two. Note you can have multiple orthogonal states. Create multiple types if you want to track multiple things independently. You then need to register the state types in the app builder. Okay. We are gamers. We don't pause. Well, why would we pause? You know how to pause in the game? You die. If you would like, just for you, I can make it so that when you beat the level, you have to hit space to actually start playing again. So you pause by beating the level. And to defend the lack of a need for a pause, I will claim that it's an online game, so you can also then tell everybody, no, I can't pause. This is an online game. Like, there's no online. I'm not going to have that feature at all. But we can put that somewhere that maybe there's online. What do you do when your boss walks in while you're playing games? Look. You know, it's part of plain state. Okay, so if the boss walks in, we'll have to display. We won't pause the game. We'll let the game continue afterwards because it's your fault that the boss walked in, clearly. But so it's a get good type thing. But like maybe we'll display like a, I don't know, an image of a whatever you want, like some kind of spreadsheet or something. We'll have to figure that out. Okay, so we could also make that be, it pauses the game and and displays a spreadsheet. That would be hilarious. Perfect. Nobody suspects fake spreadsheets. If you would like, we could also launch hacker browser or whatever it was. What's that website which like just has the hacker code or whatever, where you just like hit random keys and it looks like you're coding? We'll run that. Like, there's lots of things that we can do for this. If you're on a Mac, I know how to open up any app. We could just do that and like open up Excel. And then it's a real spreadsheet. So like, all the things we there's so many things we could do with this. It'll be great. Nobody will suspect. Yeah, exactly. Nobody will suspect anything. Anything at all. Skimus, hello. How are you doing today? Comic Sans Tech saying get F noob, where F is fired, of course. Um, hmm. I feel like I feel like that's a NG plus, right? Like NG plus, we're going to you beat the game, but now like if your boss walks in, you just get fired. I have never worked for another company that hasn't had me install and use the Word, like the Microsoft Word, like everything. It's it's interesting how that is. Even though the Mac systems, what is it, pages and numbers, they've gotten decently good. They've gotten good enough to use. All right, all right. Okay, so we'll figure that out as it comes in. So, all right, what I need to do is I need to do an insert state in the main library. So we're gonna head over here and we're gonna do an app. And we're going to, okay, so insert resource. Let's go ahead and app insert state. And then we have the two states, right? And that's going to be, oh, okay. So it's like this. Insert state. We have game state and plain state. So we have game state. Plain state. Okay. So that does not make you happy. Why not? Oh, specify the initial value. Oh, okay. I did this wrong. Let's do this again. So app dot insert state, and then I just insert the state. So it's going to be game state starting dot insert state plain state get ready. Okay, so those are the initial states that we have. There's a whole on-stage presentation about getting Office on the Mac. Back back in the day, I remember it was the it was pretty easy actually, like fairly easy. Although I think the biggest problem that I ever ran into was that Outlook would consistently just destroy its own database of emails. And so if you got tons of emails every day, you would just have a chance of just corruption in your database, and you have to like deal, there's things you can do to deal with it, but frequent backups. That was what you needed to do with any Mac with Outlook on it. It was not fun. Okay, so we've inserted the state. Running different systems for different states. You want some systems to only run in specific states. Bevy offers an in-state run condition. Add it to your systems. You probably want to create system sets to help you group many systems and control them at once. Okay. Okay, configure some system sets to help us manage our systems. Note it is per schedule, so we also need it for fixed update if we plan to use fixed time step. Is that the first time they've talked about that? Okay, so we just do add systems here, and that's not what I want. Oh, because okay, so we are just doing update. We're not doing fixed update. We're doing update. That wasn't okay. I'm confused at this. Okay, so we have app configure sets update, which is what we're using. What is this? My main menu set. I don't see them loading a set. I'm assuming we have to like insert a set or do something like is this a what is this from? Where did they get this? Custard Beard, hello. How are you doing today? Outlook fries itself on Windows as well. I mean, well, Outlook is a special creature, isn't it? Outlook is best on Mac OS now that the Windows version is just the web app. Oh, really? I didn't. I've never tried Outlook on Windows. I do remember a while ago there was Microsoft had discovered there were so many people running Microsoft products on Macs, they spun up individual teams. So instead of having like one Office team, they had two Office teams, one for Windows and then one for Mac. And so the ones for Mac were sometimes like a little bit faster and getting more bug fixes in and doing other things. Like you get like potentially a better experience on a Mac than you did on Windows for Microsoft's own products, which was great. And there were some interviews with them. All of those people loved Macs. They were all like Mac people. And so they were really into making Microsoft the best experience on a Mac. Oh, and then Nadella unified it. Okay, that was back in the old days. Okay, there's some system sets link. Yeah, there was a link to that. You probably want to create system sets. So if I create that, system sets allow you to easily apply common properties to multiple systems, such as ordering and run conditions. Anything you add to the set will automatically be applied to all systems belonging to the set. A system can belong to multiple different sets and will inherit all the properties from all of them. You can also add additional properties to individual systems. All of this combined gives you a lot of flexibility and control over how your systems run. Okay, so we have anonymous sets. Use add a tuple of multiple systems using add systems. Okay, so we just do that. Okay. The syntax is useful when you just want to apply some common configuration to multiple systems. Oh, we're doing this right now, aren't we? We're just doing okay. So if we look at ours, add systems and then update. Yeah, so this is just anonymous systems. That's what that is. Name sets. This is the more formal and powerful way to use system sets. You can create a Rust type, a struct or enum to serve as a label identifier so you can refer to the set from different places. For a single set, create an empty struct. If you need to create multiple related sets, create an enum. Every variant of the enum is a separate system set. Okay, so this would be how we create a set. So if I copy you, let's I feel like this goes down here. So system set, debug, clone, parse equal, and hash. And then the name of the set. So this would be, I'm going to kind of want to do one do I want to do one for each? I guess like one for the menu systems and one for so one for each state. So game state and plain state? Probably, right? So for those of you who have used Bevy, what's your system sets strategy? Because like my brain is going from very generic and plain to really like over engineering the heck out of it, which I'm guessing that both of those are not a good way to do it. Strategy system sets? What system sets? I mean, we could just YOLO it and do that. I guess it's almost like I want screens. So screens, and then I also want plane, right? So like screen system set and plane system set. And then how do we now you can apply the set to your systems using inset. Okay, so now we still have tuples. Okay, so we still have tuples of things that we can add them to sets. And that's just going to be, okay, so on update, oh yeah, it's a tuple of tuples. So it's a tuple of, then this can be inset, like that. Yeah, inset. Why are you upset? Uh-oh. The method inset exists for a unit type that, okay, so I actually need to have something in here. I can't just have this be empty. But if we look down here, so we have plane and screens. So all right, so you're going to be upset with me. I guess what we'll do is I'll shove all of you in there right now to begin with. Which does make you happier for that set. Okay. Now, if I start the game right now, we should not okay, so then because we're not playing, wait, no, the game would run, right? Because we are, oh no, because get ready is going. Playing is not. No, because it's just a set. The sets actually won't stop this. Okay, never mind. So I believe that this should still run the way we sort of expect it would. Yeah, okay. So that still runs. I can run if Run the system only if the condition is true. The condition will be evaluated at most once per scheduled run, the first time a system in a set prepares to run. If the set contains more than one system, calling runif is equivalent to adding each system to a common set and configuring the run condition on that set as shown below. We need to hook up an air horn to that add plane screen. Yeah. Well, what I need to do is like just set it to be dynamic and like automatically grab out. And we might do that in one or two projects. I have something that I want to do for the next one, which is more business related. So maybe in two, we'll do another. We'll continue on with the stream manager. Okay, so how does this work? Music enabled. Okay. None of this is helping me. Okay, so I need to figure out a run if. Run conditions, maybe? Oh, okay. So it's literally just have a function that returns a Boolean. So it's just, okay. That's just a Boolean. That's okay. Oh, in state. Oh, okay. So I don't see an in state here. Is there a if in state? No. Okay. Can I try that anyways? No method named in state found for, okay, so no, I can't do in state. Oh, runf in state state. Okay, so we're going to do runf in state, and then I hand it a state. So this would be game state plain. Can I do an and? Oh, and returns a new run condition that only returns true if both this one and the past. Okay, so and then in state. Was it the plain state? Plain. Okay. So if I do that, it was on the state section of the cheat book, but you jumped to system sets. Right. Wait. Yeah, because I'm jumping to like what I think that I need and not necessarily what I actually need, which is fun. Okay. So now theoretically, if we run this, we should just get an empty screen because we have nothing here, right? Oh, I have an asteroid. Well, that's cool. Why do I have an asteroid? I have an asteroid because, okay, so there's some things we're going to have to change about how these work, right? Because at startup, I'm adding a player and adding a camera, and I don't probably need a player at all. Like, that should go away, and I should do a startup. Wait, is there a startup for each state? I think it mentioned something about that, right? Where I could potentially have. You can also add setup and cleanup systems to run when entering or exiting a state. So that's like update, fixed update, fixed update, star. Of course, we need some global state independent setup. Bevy also creates special on enter, on exit, and on transition schedules for each possible value of your state type. Okay, so I can do something like this: on enter loading screen, on exit loading screen, and we do cleanup and setup, something like that. Okay, I think that could be good. So we're gonna want to on enter starting soon. Okay, so I want to do something like this. Add systems. So okay, we do this add systems. Let's do this right here. We'll do app dot add systems on enter. The startup should happen on state transition. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now. I'm thinking I might not need any of the startup stuff that I have, except maybe add camera. Maybe that would be the only one I care about. Oh, and I could put like score stuff in there too. Maybe. Okay, so app state, loading screen. Okay, so let's do game state. Okay, so when we're on enter starting, we put this into here. And so now we can just do our normal system type stuff. So what do we want to do? I want to add a camera. Let's assume we already have a camera, right? So we don't even have, actually, I don't think we have any systems for this, right? If I want a UI, that would be a new system from this. Oh, add the player in asteroids? We could add the player. Oh, I could add the player and a bunch of asteroids. Yeah. But we don't. Because the collision detection stuff is not there. That won't be that big of a deal, right? So if I add you in here like that. Okay, so if I do this, on enter this, we should now see a single asteroid and a single player, but the asteroid won't be moving around, right? The asteroid will be just sitting there and the play. Wait, oh. What are you upset about? Spawn, okay. Oh, because post startup here. Oh, okay. How would I handle this? Okay, so on enter game state. Do I chain and then do the other ones? I forget how to do this as like you need to happen afterward. Because it's trying to run these. It is trying to run these at the same time, right? Like it's going to say, hey, you can run and you can run at the same time and you can run at the same time. Uh, Wait, do I still need the camera for spawn asteroids? Why are you okay? Counter to panic an exclusive system. Okay, so panicked at asteroid systems line 21. Oh. Oh, because the ship doesn't exist. Okay. So the ship I'm just doing a ship query single, but if that doesn't exist, move the post startup system. Where can I move that? Would it be on? Okay, so we have on enter doing this. Would it be inside of here? So like if I put this back, add system, schedule post startup. It wouldn't be post startup though, right? Set the order of those systems. I need to remember how to do that. If a specific system must always run before or after some other systems, you can add ordering constraints. Okay, that sounds right. Oh, right. It happens after. So it has to happen after the ship gets added in. Okay. So just dot after. Then we're going to say after add player after that. Okay, are you happy now? Yes, okay. So now we have an asteroid and a player. But I kind of wonder, do I want a different system for creating asteroids for the login for like the main menu like this? Let's see. If I also have you know what we can also do? We can also update spawn asteroids. My audio, wait, did it break again? A different issue this time. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Okay. What are you hearing? Okay, direct monitoring sounds pretty good. I'm not hearing anything there, so maybe it's on the OBS side. Oh, popping and cracking? That doesn't sound good at all. Hold on, let me turn monitor on. Um, uh-oh. I have to... Okay, I have the monitor on out of here, out of there. Buffer buffet under, wait. Problem with the buffer? Seems weird. Let's see. No drop frames or anything else happening. Can I hear myself now? Can I? Yes. Okay. So I can hear myself in OBS, but I'm also not hearing any popping or crackling. All right, I'll keep this on, and we'll see whether or not I can hear it later. And if it happens again, let me know, and that way I can like, oh, I'm not hearing it. I am hearing it. I am now monitoring the microphone through OBS. It's constant. Oh. Huh. Well, that doesn't sound very good. While I talk. Okay. What can I do about that since I can't hear it and I'm monitoring it? All right, I did one minor change. I don't think it would have fixed it, but I'm guessing it's still pretty bad. Kinda? Okay. Let me also pull up, let's see. Can turn on the preview. All right. What does this sound like to me listening to the preview? Interesting. I'm trying to hear it, but it doesn't sound too bad. Oh wait. Okay, I heard a little minor pop in there. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so all right. I think you were getting that too, right? Sorry about that. Okay, I don't know what's going on yet, but we have narrowed it down. It's not the microphone itself, it's not the Focusrite. It's getting into the computer itself. Oh, I think I just heard it in OBS side. Maybe let me turn my monitoring up. Then maybe it'll be a little bit easier for me to hear. It's like not too loud. Yeah, okay. I think OBS is having some trouble. Let's see. Am I okay? Yeah, I think I'm hearing it now. What can I do to get OBS to play nicely without like just shutting down the stream? Like I don't. Is there any like? I don't think there's any filters that would be adding that in there. I switched to the front USB simply because it's not routing right next to a power cable. But maybe where the power is, like, it's still touching. Okay. Let's see if I I like no, I think I just heard it again. It's still popping. Well, that's it disappointing. I don't know enough about OBS or audio stuff to like know where to look for this. Do any of you guys have any suggestions? Okay, settings for audio. I'm at 48 kilohertz, stereo. Ooh, yeah. I don't know about any of these settings. I could try switching the. I don't think the decay rate. That's just the meter. That's not really going to help me at all. But it is on my system. I can change the audio bit rate. I'm at 128 right now. I don't want to go lower. I guess I could try. Okay, so I'm at encoder P5. Slow, good quality. I could try slower, better quality. Okay, enabled that. But I think I'm still hearing the pops. Yeah. Audio encoder. I'm using AAC, which is default. I could drop the video bit rate down a bit. I'm at 4K right now. We can go to 3K. But I can't imagine that. Yeah, that doesn't do anything either. It just makes the computer a little bit happier. Well, that kind of sucks because that's going to be going out to YouTube and to Twitch and the recording too, which is not fun at all. Okay. Will Google help me? So I am using OBS Studio 64-bit, audio popping sporadically. Yes. It's from 2016. This is so long ago. I mean, I'm not sure. Uh, I may have to restart the stream. It's probably OBS itself. Okay, let's try restarting the stream. Unfortunately, YouTube, when I restart the stream, because I'm using uh, Restream and I'm using a planned event for this, I think that as soon as I stop, it's like, oh, you're done, and that code just stops working. Let me hopefully it will work, but if it doesn't, I'll have to go and just like start a new stream by default again, which kind of sucks. So, all right. Stream reset coming in. It shouldn't be more than a minute, but I will be right back.